Hi guys, today I get to talk to you about Borat's subsequent movie film. Is that not the best sequel name ever? I mean, and it totally fits Borat. Now, the first Borat came out so long ago, and I just remember laughing until I was crying. So I was so excited for this when I heard there was going to be a second one. Of course, I expected it to be a lot about politics, especially after seeing the trailer, and, well, it delivered, let me tell you. I'm excited to talk to you about Sacha Baron Cohen's newest movie, Borat's subsequent movie film. Let's get into it.
Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel.
Okay, guys, so first of all, this movie comes to Amazon Prime Video this Friday, which is tomorrow, the 23rd, October 23rd. And trust me when I say you don't want to miss it if you aren't a Trump supporter. I just want to get this right off the bat. If you support Trump, you're likely to get really mad at this unless you can laugh at yourself. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. There are a lot of digs on Trump supporters. There's a lot of digs on Trump. I mean, as you could probably tell from the trailer, I mean, Sacha Baron Cohen literally dresses up as Trump and tries to offer a woman to Michael Pence, okay? Which, funny enough, he's at a conference talking about how we're handling the coronavirus so well. This was way back when. We've only had one, what does Pence say? He's like, we've only had one case in 2 weeks. If that were only the case, still again. So it was kind of funny that they snuck that in there. Of course, there's some stuff against Rudy Giuliani, which I'm sure you guys have seen in the news. And yes, it is as bad as it looks like. In fact, it was worse. It was gross from the beginning. I made a point to not look too deeply into it or the screenshots or anything. I wanted to get the full. I knew I was going to be watching Borat's subsequent movie film that night, so I said I'm just gonna watch it. I'm gonna try to avoid anything. And oh my gosh, it was so bad. It was gross. He's super pervy from the beginning, like totally hitting on this girl. Now they are talking about, did he know she's 15? Did he not know she's 15? First of all, what should it matter? You treat a woman like that, that's disgusting. But I don't believe he knew she was 15, if that's a question you guys have. It's hard to tell from the footage that we got, right? So he doesn't, Borat, but Sacha Baron Cohen doesn't say she's 15 till after. I do feel like he was trapped. I feel like he had no idea. I mean, he was caught, I guess is the word. He didn't know. He tried to say, I figured it had to have been him. He didn't know that. He had no idea. But anyway, let's move on to the movie itself. I feel like I'm rambling so much about politics. I just wanted to give a fair warning to those of you who are Trump supporters. It is likely you won't like this, and it could even make you mad. I don't know. I can't put myself into your shoes, but I just wanted to give you the heads up. Now, however, the movie itself it's pretty fantastic, especially the end. Is it as good as the first Borat? No, of course not. Yes, a lot of them feel like that can't be real, right? That has to be a setup. I'm not sure the doctor, the doctor there that they go to about getting the baby out of her tummy, I feel like he didn't know stuff, but there's a babysitter at one point. I feel like she's had to have known, but I'm not sure. It's so hard to tell what was a setup and what wasn't a setup, but the whole thing was really great. There's some slow parts in the middle. All of the interactions of him with like real people are hilarious. Of course, you know, him getting a cell phone, him quarantining with the Trump supporters, the Republicans, that's super funny. We all saw it in the news, or I saw in the news anyway, when he showed up at that I don't think it was a rally, but it was an event, and he was singing all that song like lock her up and chop him up, lock him up or chop him up. And I'm sure we all saw that if you're Sacha Baron Cohen fans, or even if you're not. So they do have some footage from that, which was pretty good and pretty funny. Although not as much as I would have liked. However, there's the full video out there on the interwebs from people that were there. So you can check that one out if you want to see his whole entire song, which is hilarious. But this movie, I mean, it's all in good fun, right? They do point out some pretty interesting things, but all in all, it's just Borat trying to give a gift to Vice Premier Pence and offer him a gift, right? Offer him he wants a spot. His boss, the guy, the head of Kazakhstan, wants a spot at the table with Trump, right? He wants to be one of his tough guy friends. So that's what this is about. And eventually he ends up just offering his daughter, trying to offer his daughter But it's good. I think it points out a lot of stuff too. I mean, not just political stuff, but there's a lot about women in this. And, you know, he's talking about from Kazakhstan. Actually, when he first sees her, he goes, I have a non-male son. And then he's talking about women can't drive and women can't touch themselves and women can't own a business or their heads will fall off. Like all this crazy stuff. Don't try to teach her too much strings and her brain will break type of thing. And then he actually takes her to a plastic surgeon and talks about spending a ton of money to get her to look pretty enough that they won't return her, which is like really sad actually if you think about it, because women have that that stigma. Like I know I do, especially being on video all the time, right? I get a lot of comments, which I let roll off my back about certain things like, oh, you've gained weight, or you've lost weight, or you're too tan, or where's your makeup today, or all sorts of stuff. I get those comments all the time. And yes, I try to ignore them for the most part, but some of them hit me deep, right? And I don't know, women get that, right? And I feel like men don't. No one cares. Like if there's a critic that's male, that's a little bit heavier, or maybe he rolled right out of bed and said, I'm going to do this review or this trailer reaction and I don't want to do my hair today, no one's going to care or say anything. But when I go, oh, I just woke up and I really want to get this done, do I put on makeup first or do I do my reaction? I don't know, because sometimes, you know, and it's hard. It's sad that I have to think about that. Like, oh, I should probably put on makeup before I go do this trailer reaction. That's not something I should have to think about. So they do point a lot of that out in this movie, which I really liked, especially being, first of all, a woman on camera a lot, but also a mother of two daughters, right? I want them to know they're beautiful. And they're beautiful in their own way, no matter what, always. I think my girls are stunning in every way, but I know I'm a little biased. But, you know, I feel like I'm getting totally off topic here, but I think Borat's subsequent movie film brings into light the women and politics. Yes, lots and lots of politics. But the end is really great. If you remember from Borat, they had the running of the Jew, and they replaced that in this at the end, and it's pretty fantastic. I gotta say, the ending to this movie was great. It's a little slow at parts. It's you know, some things miss. But seeing Borat run around and try to hit the coronavirus with a pan to kill it is hilarious. And there's just so much that's really funny in this. And you know, if he pokes fun at a lot of stuff, faxing back and forth is great. Just wait till you see that part. I feel like I'm going to give too much away, so I'm going to stop talking now. But I really enjoyed this movie. Is it as good as the first one? No, absolutely not. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still fantastic. It is hilarious. I feel like a lot of people are going to be mad at it, but I don't care. I had a good time. You guys let me know what you think down below. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. And of course, you know, follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Mama's Geeky over there. MAMASGEEKY. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. I'll see you next time.